Welcome to Compassionate Healthcare Providers Educational Series.
To see everyone this evening. This evening is going to be powerful. It's going to be educational on this evening. We're going to do a series walking through this, and we're going to have different doctors, each week, on Thursday doing a presentation of certain products. And if one overlaps another, if you hear about a product one week and hear about it again next week, that's because a lot of these products does so much and working in different areas. So you might know it in this area, but then there's another area when we're talking about different areas in which it's targeted. So right now we're going to get into the intro, but first I am going to have a great and wonderful mentor of mine to introduce our speaker on this evening. I'm going to have Dr. Walita Williams, who is a certified holistic healthcare practitioner, lifestyle alignment coach, and also a great business coach. I've been knowing her over 20 years. She taught me a lot about business. So Dr. Walita, hey, introduce yourself and introduce our speaker on this evening.
Well, good evening. I'm excited to be here, and thanks so much for inviting me. I'm just excited to be a part of the Compassionate Healthcare Providers Network, and I'm excited to be introducing one of our proudest additions to our team, and that is Dr. Robinson Humphrey. And I'll tell you what, she is eminently qualified. She has been in the Southeastern United States. She's been over in Alabama. She's been at Loma Linda University, is where she got her medical training, but she went ahead and she has several advanced training from University of Alabama. And I want to just read those off because I was just so impressed when I heard all this. Okay, so you just have to hear these advanced training that she has. She's just not just a family care person, but she has advanced certification in, listen to this, medical weight loss, medical treatment for opioid addiction, regenerative medicine, aesthetics. These are all additional certifications in addition to her primary care and pain management and being a family care physician. So you can tell she has a ton of certifications. She has over 20 years of experience as a medical provider. And I tell you what, we are fortunate to have her as a part of the Compassionate Healthcare Providers team. And I want to just welcome her.
I apologize. The last part of your intro. Unmute your mic. I mistakenly mute your mic. So unmute your mic. I apologize.
So I got to start over?
No, just that little last little part when you were introducing her to the floor.
Okay, so you heard the certifications.
Yes.
Okay.
We're all excited about it. Indeed.
And we are excited to have her a part of this Compassionate Healthcare Providers team. And I just want you to help me to welcome Dr. Princess Robinson Humphrey.
Right. Okay.
Thank you for coming, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You can unmute your mic, Dr. Humphrey. And we'll fall right on in. Everybody else try to keep your mics mute. Okay. Fantastic.
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction, Dr. Williams. I'm very humbled, and most of all, I'm Dr. Mom, and that's part of what I do during my day is help my 4 kids ranging from ages 13 all the way down to 3. And then they had the nerve to get a dog, and that takes up part of my day. I don't like that part. But thank you for the beautiful introduction. Thank you so much, Pastor Edward, for making this possible for us healthcare providers to have a forum, a place within the beautiful Atomy or Atomy family. I'm gonna tell you that if you haven't become a part of this group or this company yet, I'm highly impressed, because I've been doing wellness and integrative care in addition to family medicine and other things over the last 21 years. And I've never met a group that is so loving, number one, family oriented, because they have something, they have the high-end luxury items, but not at the luxury price. But then they have things that your family can enjoy and eat, things that my kids love, like ramen noodles, except theirs don't have MSG. And I've been looking for something like that for a long time. They have things that can help you to make someone who's struggling with cancer, make their quality of life much better and their outcome much better. And they have studies, scientific studies, to prove all of this. And it's just really overwhelming. You usually don't find that combination. Many times, and all of you healthcare professionals, I'm sure many people have approached you about different things you can do in your practice or with your family or your patients to make money or to provide wellness products, but it always comes with a steep price, doesn't it, to get in? It's like you have to pay a big chunk of change just to become a part of something that you think would help your patients. But Atomy seems to have a culture of help the people that are new, help the people that are just coming in to get where they need to be. There's a brotherhood here that I have not seen, and it's free to join. So for me, that was the first no-brainer. I didn't have to go open a book to figure out that this was a good deal. But just the love that I've experienced with Lynn, Pastor Edward, Ms. Florence, who took so much time to share her experience, it's unsurpassed. So without further ado, we're here to launch an educational series in natural health, integrative care, and to hopefully give you the tools or more tools that will allow you to be a bigger blessing to your patients. But not only that, you win too, because if you really want to, you can also become a part of the business side and you can win. And with insurance reimbursements these days for doctors, nurses, chiropractors, and naturopaths alike, it's time for us to win too, right? So we want to be blessed in order to be a bigger blessing. And I think that's the whole purpose and vision behind this company. They seem to embrace a lot of Christian values as well. And I appreciate that because I'm a Christian. So we're going to be talking about the anti-diabetic lifestyle. And we'll be using one of my protocols that I use in real life for my patients who have pre-diabetes or actual diabetes type 2, adult onset diabetes type 2. And you can really apply a lot of these principles to weight loss as well, because for some reason they seem to coincide. Obesity, metabolic syndrome, where their cholesterol and blood pressure are also high, and diabetes seem to go hand in hand with one another. So what we're doing today will help not just your diabetic patients, but also your obese patients, also your hypertensive patients, and also patients with cholesterol issues. So feel free to get a notepad real quick, just in case you don't know some of this. You probably do know a lot of it. Many of you looks like, you have way more experience than myself. So I applaud you as well. So the first thing that I share with my patients when they're newly diagnosed to diabetes, many times they're just told by other doctors who are not as wellness minded to, okay, we'll send you to the hospital dietitian. And, you know, that 1 or 2 visits that they get is really not enough to change their lifestyle and change their numbers long term. And so we want to give our patients something that will empower them as they move forward to keep going and keep their numbers within normal limits or as close to that as possible, whether or not they choose to be on medication. Many times, though, you will find that if you are able to get through to your patients and able to empower them with the right tools, many times diabetes type 2 is reversible. And so we as healthcare practitioners need to remember that this does not have to be a permanent problem. And if you can stress that to your patients, that change in mindset that this is not a terminal illness, you can do something about it, many times that will motivate them to make some necessary changes. So the first thing I ask them to do is read a book by Dr. Julian Whitaker. Dr. Julian Whitaker is out of Southern California, and he's probably an older gentleman by now, but he has a big wellness center in Southern California, not far from Los Angeles. And he wrote a book called Reversing Diabetes many years ago. And there's another book by Dr. Don Colbert. He's a newer doctor, but also middle-aged. He wrote a book called Reversing Diabetes. So the one that I recommend most is by Dr. Julian Whitaker, and it's called Reversing Diabetes. It was just $9 years ago on Amazon, and so it's probably cheaper now. They could probably get it for like $5, but it tells your patient just about everything that you would tell them in a 2-hour session, which you don't have time to do all that. So you want to empower them with this book called Reversing Diabetes. It talks about the different foods and substitutions that you want to make, such as sweet potatoes or new red potatoes instead of regular white potatoes, or such as stevia or xylitol instead of sugar or artificial sweeteners. So it talks about all those very detailed tools that they can use at home to change their outcome. So reversing diabetes is the first thing I put on my protocol. Secondly, water. Try to get every adult to start drinking 2 to 3 quarts of water. Oh, all right, our skin expert. Yes, yeah, it gives you glowing skin, doesn't it? Well, water, 3 quarts a day for the average adult, average sized adult. But if they can just get in 2, it will make a difference in their blood pressure, their blood sugars, and their overall health. It will speed up weight loss as well. And it should be, you should have it between meals, not with your meals. So either 30 minutes before you eat or 2 hours after you eat for the best results. The other thing we want to do is, of course, we all know this, exercising 3 days a week. Exercising 3 days a week gets those muscles moving, and the muscles help with the metabolism. They help with the glucose balance. They help to utilize that glucose. So simple walking 3 times a week would be useful for most of your patients, if not all. 5 times, though, is optimal. Avoid processed foods. And I'm sure you tell all of your patients that the white flour, the breads, the pastas, instead of white rice and white potatoes, instead make substitutions with things like brown rice, quinoa, or sweet potatoes and red new potatoes, as I said. They will not have the same effect as some of the more processed foods do. I do advise all of my patients to stop all sodas. If a person has been diagnosed with diabetes, especially if they're a woman, chances are they're getting quite a few sodas during the course of that month. And that, of course, has been associated with increased risk of diabetes type 2, especially in women. Even just one soda a month seems to be associated with a higher risk. So you want to advise them to try to avoid sodas. There are ways to make something else fizzy that's not really a soda and doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it, which causes fatty liver, we're finding, and contributes, I'm sure, to the problem. You could probably get mineral water, Perrier or something like that, and put a little flavoring in that if you really need something fizzy. And some people do. There's also sodas, the brand is Zevia, that are sweetened with stevia. Some of the flavors are pretty good, some not so good. So they can find a flavor that they like. It tastes better cold. See what else? Okay, and I advise my patients that when they're cooking, instead of frying your food, everyone who's trying to lose weight or reduce their blood sugars should really have the good old George Foreman grill. And most households have one. And they're not that expensive. I just tell them to pull it up from out under the cabinet where it's been for a year and put it on top, and you can grill fish or poultry in the evenings along with a leafy green vegetable or broccoli or string beans or something green. So I usually tell patients to have a lean green for supper, lean green meal for supper. In the middle of the day, a big salad would be good with some type of protein on it. And for breakfast, you can have smoothies, believe it or not, if you're diabetic, but you would need to stick with the berry family. So blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries do not run up sugar in the way that some of the other fruits do. And they have so many phytonutrients in them that they fight cancer, help us maintain our weight or lose weight. And they're just such a wonderful addition. I would say include berries, even if you are diabetic. Let's go over some of the supplements that I advise my diabetic patients to take. And then we're going to correlate that with the supplements that we already have at our fingertips with Atomy. So omega-3 flax oil capsules or omega-3 fish oil capsules are number one on my usual list. And that's because our cellular membranes are made up of a phospholipid bilayer. Your nervous system is coated in a myelin sheath, and those all incorporate the omega-3 fatty acid family.
Excuse me, Dr. Humphrey.
Yes.
Excuse me. Would you like for me to pull that up in our Atomy Mall at this time, the omega-3?
Yeah, get that queued up. I'm going to go over this list, and then I want to show how they already have that available just by being part of Atomy. They have everything all in one. And they're not making Sprouts rich. We're not making Trader Joe's rich anymore by telling our patients to go there. I spend $200 there in one spree easily trying to get all this stuff. You can just shop from yourself. Doesn't that sound like a good idea?
Excellent, excellent.
Your patients. So yeah, the omega-3s coat just about every cell in the body. And so really you need that for better glucose metabolism, because diabetics have a problem with their cellular membrane being somewhat resistant to getting the right molecules in and the right ones out. And so by improving your cellular function with omega-3s, you improve your glucose metabolism, you can lose weight, you can lower your cholesterol, you help your brain function, and the list goes on and on and on. It affects every system of the body. Alpha lipoic acid capsules. This is a good one. I saw one research study where it said that a deficiency in this is correlated with a sooner death. I was like, wow, really? I did not know that. I learned that this year, that alpha lipoic acid is so important that if you keep your numbers up, it can improve your lifespan. So I think I'm gonna be taking that. The dose is 200 milligrams at least, and you want to take it again with meals twice a day. So 200 milligrams, sometimes they come slightly higher, but it's 1 capsule twice a day with meals. And with omega-3 flax oil capsules, the dose is usually going to be 3 in the morning and 3 in the evening. And you take that with meals. Why do we take them with meals? Because they lower blood sugar so effectively that you could go a little too low if you take them on an empty stomach. So with meals. The third thing that is very crucial in glucose metabolism and is responsible for over 482 different enzymatic functions in the body is magnesium. So magnesium is one of those ubiquitous minerals that are very important for how your body uses glucose, how your body makes energy so that you feel good. It also allows you to get better sleep, allows you not to be anxious and to stay calm in stressful situations, and it helps you to prevent muscle spasms. So magnesium is important in so many different parts of the body, but especially when it comes to glucose metabolism and lowering your blood sugar. The other thing you can empower your patients with, it's in their cupboard, it's cinnamon. And cinnamon helps to lower blood sugar as well. Now, sometimes if you're using cinnamon capsules, you want to watch blood pressure because too much cinnamon may raise blood pressure in some people. So you want to watch that, but it lowers blood sugar. And the best type of cinnamon is actually found at the health food store. It's called Ceylon cinnamon. It's a type of cinnamon that comes from probably Southeast Asia and Sri Lanka, I read, and maybe some other places. But the cinnamon on the regular spice shelf is not the best form, but it still works. When I met Pastor Edward and my nurse, Lynn, they made my life so much easier because Atomy has many of these products right at your fingertip. They have the omega-3 fish oil, and for your vegan patients, they also have an algae or plant-based version of omega-3. So they have that right at your fingertips. They also have the right type of oil that we should be cooking with, and one of them is avocado oil. So they have that, and it's very inexpensive, and it's high quality organic. And so you can tell your patients, hey, we're not cooking with vegetable, canola, safflower oil anymore, or lard, of course. We're cooking with avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, grapeseed oil maybe, but avocado is the best. This is why, because when you're cooking, you know you be burning stuff. If you're like me, your mind is everywhere else and you walk off and that olive oil is like on fire almost. And that's not good for you at that point anymore. But when you have avocado oil, it has a very high smoke point. So it's not going to burn very easily and create trans fats, which are dangerous. All right, they have something called, they have the probiotic formula. And the good thing about their probiotics is that they don't really have a taste. So you can put them in any type of juice or smoothie that you like, or just plain water if you want to, and take those twice a day. Probiotics have been shown to lower blood sugar. So they come in these convenient sticks here. Compared to a lot of the ones, the good ones at the health food store, this is not very pricey at all. And they do not have to be refrigerated, which a lot of the high-end probiotics at the health food store have to be refrigerated. So they're stable at room temperature, which is also excellent. So the probiotics are important in glucose metabolism, weight management, preventing depression and anxiety. Can you believe it? So they're finding so many things about keeping your gut bacteria imbalance. When I looked at the ingredients, I noticed that their brand of probiotics had all the ones I was looking for that are specific to helping my weight loss patients and helping me. So there are certain ones that studies have shown are consistent with people who maintain a lower weight. The Lactobacillus plantarum, the Acidophilus, rhamnosus, KCI, paraKCI, those are all associated with good outcomes when it comes to preventing obesity. So I was very shocked to see that they had all of those in one probiotic. The other thing that they have is something called milk thistle. How many of you guys know about milk thistle? Okay, so yes, milk thistle is actually very important for the liver. Turns out that it helps to keep your liver clean, helps to detoxify the liver, prevent or treat fatty liver. It even helps patients with full-blown cirrhosis or hepatitis as well to reduce their liver enzymes and to improve their liver outcome. The Atomy brand, I noticed, combines theirs with rhodiola. And so how many of us already know that rhodiola has been studied quite a bit as a potent adaptogen? So that means it helps your body to adapt better to stress. It also helps athletes and people who are trying to exercise. It helps them to be able to exercise longer. It gives people energy, and it probably does some other things that I haven't delved into. But rhodiola is an adaptogen that helps your body with energy, stress management, and endurance. Okay, and they have something called apple phenon. Can you pull that one up? So apple phenon is, these come in a form of jelly sticks. And that's a really unique way. They kind of taste like a cross between a gummy and a fruit roll-up, the jelly sticks do. I love the pomegranate one. We'll talk about that later. But the jelly sticks, the apple phenon jelly sticks, help in the loss of visceral fat. So that's the most dangerous type of fat. That's the internal fat that causes us to have abdominal obesity. Have you seen people who are kind of chubby around the waist, but slim everywhere else? So I'm kind of one of them. My belly is my trouble area. And I've had 4 kids and 4 C-sections. And so that, I'm sure that has something to do with it, but also stress has something to do with the accumulation of belly fat. And so you want to be careful about that, because people can have a higher risk of coronary problems if they're having a lot of visceral fat or fat around the belly. And so this helps to reduce that significantly. The studies have shown that after several weeks of taking this, that people notice a big difference. There's a measurable difference in the amount of visceral fat. It's like the equivalent of taking 45 green apples. So that's pretty potent. The green apples are the ones that we recommend for weight loss because they're lower on the glycemic scale. But apples do aid in weight loss. In fact, apples are a part of the diet on the HCG plan, if anybody knew about that popular plan. Apples are one of the things you can eat, along with grapefruit, berries, and oranges. So, all right. So the last thing I want to highlight with regards to the Atomy supplements tonight would be the glucose care. This is the part that kind of makes your life very simple as a doctor, nurse, or health practitioner, because you can just talk to your diabetic patients about incorporating this into their diet. These are powder sticks, and they're taken twice a day, once with your largest meal and once at bedtime. And they have been shown to reduce blood sugars over time in studies. So this is like a no-brainer. In fact, someone called me today and said that they were newly diagnosed with diabetes. So I told them that I would make sure they got this and my anti-diabetic protocol. And so we're going to take care of them when this is over. I promised I would get it to them today. So there are many people, as you know, diabetes it costs a lot, you know, it costs a lot. It costs families, it costs the patients, it costs taxpayers, hospitals. It's a very expensive disease. And I had a young man who almost lost his toe from a diabetic ulcer. He was on insulin already. He was on metformin. He was not my family patient, but I cared about him enough to say, hey, you need to get this looked at right away. And you know what? He did, but he still almost lost his toe because they were very slow to treat the wound. So we can do a lot as practitioners. Even if you're not that patient's primary doctor, you should tell them if you see something that's off. You should tell them about these supplements that we talked about tonight, the notes you took, and then you should definitely share Atomy with them because it's going to save them money, but really it's going to save lives. So thank you very much. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
We have one more question. I believe I saw Maria Woodson raised her hand.
Yes. I'm so happy that we have Dr. Humphrey with us today. I wanted to know, do you have a protocol for thyroid issues?
I do. It's called my thyroid booster protocol. So y'all are making us go over all of our future educational series. I'll give you a couple of highlights though, for the thyroid issues. So there are several basic nutrients that the thyroid does need, and you want to make sure you and your patients are getting those, especially if you have a sluggish thyroid. So the first one that comes to mind is magnesium, which we talked about today. Second one is selenium. The dose for that is 200 micrograms at least once a day. The third one is vitamin D deficiency that contributes to thyroid problems. And then the fourth one is very important too. Many people today have an iodine deficiency. Why do we have an iodine deficiency? Because in America, our soil has been over-processed, just like the flour we're eating, over-processed. The nutrients have been drained out of it due to over-farming. There are also chemicals that are being used, such as Roundup and other herbicides and pesticides that don't belong in the human body, but they use them very rampantly, especially in the South, especially in Alabama. The company that makes Roundup is right down the street.
Oh my.
And so a lot of people still use it on their land.
Oh, that's true.
In farming, they're finding Roundup in the flour. Some of the non-organic bread flour contains Roundup because it's growing in fields with Roundup ready seeds. So thyroid problems, like blood pressure problems, have many causes. Another one is a food allergy that may be contributing, usually gluten sensitivity. So if you have a thyroid problem, in particular Hashimoto's, where antibodies are being made to the thyroid gland, you honestly need to go on ahead and cut out gluten for a while. Yeah. And your numbers will start to come down.
Excellent.
Oh, I like to weigh in on. I like to weigh in 1 second on the.
Yes, Dr. Walita.
Okay. Yes. What I like to say is one of the things that we have found with the thyroid also is there's something called bromine, and bromine is blocking the iodine. And so this bromine is in all the baked goods. So if they have a thyroid issue, they need to immediately cut out all baked goods because it's brominated flour, and that is one of the causes. All the cookies and cakes, everything that's baked commercially has that bromine. So I like to start with having them eliminate all of that if they have a thyroid issue.
And just use
because
almond
if you
flour.
give them iodine,
almond flour.
No, I didn't say almond. I said brominated flour.
No, I said should you use almond flour? It's
Yeah,
almond flour to substitute.
yeah, almond flour. If it's not brominated, what you're looking for is unbrominated,
Okay.
because the
Thank-
bromine is taking the receptors where the iodine is supposed to go. So even if we give you iodine, if you're still doing that bromine, then it's not going to work. So you have to eliminate those baked goods.
well,
Okay.
thank you
Okay.
both.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Walita Williams. Thank you, Dr. Princess Robinson Humphrey. Um, you guys have given us a lot of great information, And we're getting ready to flip the page at this time. We're getting ready to flip the page because Atomy is not only has all these wonderful products and everything, but there is a way to wealth. There is a way to wealth. And we're going to have someone very special. She's a registered nurse. Her name is Florence Lindahl, and she have found that way to wealth. And I have met others that are making 20, 30, and right now she's making over $50,000 a month and maintaining, a great customer base. But there's a simple formula that Atomy has that I believe that we all should just, get to know, because this thing is global. As you can see, the name of the program is Compassionate Healthcare Provider, Atomy Global, because we are thinking global with this whole movement. But at the same time, global can bring you global wealth. Okay. So at this time, I would like to introduce you to our registered nurse and Florence Lindahl that will present to us the Atomy wonderful dynamic compensation plan.
So it's my pleasure. My name is Florence Lindahl. I am a registered nurse by profession, but I am also one of the top leaders in this great atomic company in the whole United States, among our communities. So it's been great. Well, can you put me co-host, Pastor Edward, please? I'm very humble servant of God, a registered nurse. It's been 6 years since, I am doing this business, Atomy business, for 6 years. I've been doing it full time, okay? So I can tell you this company is great, excellent, okay? So nowadays people shop online. This company has daily necessities, products that you already been using. Why don't you use Atomy products and get paid for what you already been using, what you need anyway? 5 categories of products: healthcare, beauty, personal care, living, and food. Okay, absolute quality, absolute price. Those products are made from South Korea, but some of them, they have a program, GSGS, Global Sourcing, Global Sales, where Atomy get the most high quality products in each country, and then put it on the website for you. You don't have to look around. Like Mexico, they have the best avocado oil. You can cook with it. You can do whatever you want with this oil. It's 100% organic. Okay. So also we use probiotics from United States, but we use the best. Okay, that's how we get our products. Okay, and it's international. As I said before. It's in US, Canada, China, Philippines, wherever, Atomy is, it's on the website. You can, search for it. It's free to join, no automatic purchases every month, no monthly website fees, no monthly quota, no annual fees, no fees whatsoever, okay? So you register for free. And you can be in United States, and you have business partners all over the world. with one ID, you can do business around the world. You don't have to go and create another account in a different countries, okay? And all the products that we are purchasing in from Atomy, they have something called PVs, point value. So the company, Atomy pays you the points, okay? Your personal points will never expire. Can you imagine? I don't know if you got into a company like Atomy, but I know, you know, every month the other companies, every month you have to re-qualify again and again. But in Atomy, your personal PVs will never, ever expire, okay? And when you reach a certain levels, like 2.4 million PVs, you are lifetime qualified. You don't have to worry about your account at all. And the company pays you on the group PVs, left group, right group. There is 2 ways they pay you. Atomy pays. It's general commission, 44% on daily commission. Your personal PVs, when you reach 300,000 PVs, and your left group, okay, like I said, you only build 2 lines, okay? One left leg, one right leg. Whatever you have on your personal, you can qualify to match those points with your group PVs and get paid. Like, for example, you are at 300,000 PVs and your left group total 300, right group total 300, they pay you $60. Okay, so you can make $60 every day if you want with your team. And the second qualification, personal qualification, is 700,000 PV. Left and right group total 700, you get $120. The third personal qualification is 1.5 million PVs. When your left and your right group generate 1.5 million PVs, you get $240 for that day. And when you reach 2.4 million PVs on your personal, you are lifetime qualified. You are qualified for all the money there is to be made in this company. And when your group is generating 2.4 on your left and on your right, you can make $360 for the day. 6 million on your left and on your right group, $600 for the day. 20 million on your left and on your right, you make $1,000 for the day. You want to make $1,000 a day? Fine. Okay. And except Sunday, you can make from Monday through Saturday, you can make $1,000 a day. Why not? So you get the customers going, get your business partners going, and duplicate yourself and go for it, you know? So $1,000, you can make $6,000 for the week. And they pay you bonuses and stuff, so you can make like a total of $35,000 a month on daily commission alone, okay? And they put the ceiling cap when your group PVs achieve 50 million on your left and on your right, you make $1,200 a day, okay? So now that's the first way you can make money in this company. And the other companies, the top 3% of people, they make most of the money of other companies. And the bottom people, they always have a little bit to share among themselves. But Atomy says, you know what? We're gonna change things around. So you're gonna start at $60 a day up to $1,200 a day, which gives you a total of $35,000 a month, okay? So you have an equal opportunity here. So with the daily commission and the mastership bonus, a minimum of $100,000 a month. And it's a team effort, okay? It's a team effort. We share, you know, this mastership among ourselves, okay? So there's 3-generation inheritance, okay? Your generation, your children, and your grandchildren can benefit from your account, okay? 3-generation inheritance. That's what I love about this Atomy, because I said to myself, Florence, you're a registered nurse. When you die, your children, you know, they're gonna hang your nursing nursing diploma on the wall, and they will say, oh, mom was a great registered nurse. And whatever I have left on my 401k, they split it up, and then that's all. That's it. But I said to myself, if I build this business and then I become successful in it, it's residual income. So my children and my grandchildren will remember me for the rest of their life. Even I'm not on this earth, that, residual income account will flourish, and they can leave it for their children as well. And my children and my grandchildren will always remember grandma, okay, great grandma. Okay, so that's why, one of the benefit from Atomy that attracted me to do this business is the 3-generation inheritance. Yes, it was, popped in my brain. I said, oh, I'm gonna do this. Okay. All right. So the second way to make money in this great Atomy company is the mastership bonus. They pay you 20% bonus. There's 7 levels. Okay, sales master, diamond master, Sharon was star, royal master, that's where I am, crown master, imperial master. Okay, those are the money that comes with the levels. Okay, so I'm trying to make things short for you. Sales master, minimum $2,000 to $4,000 a month. Diamond master, $4,000 to $10,000 a month. So it's the list goes on until imperial master, $80,000 and up. Okay, so there's imperial master at this time they are making $450,000 a month. When we say 100,000 minimum, you can make way more, but the company doesn't want to brag about it. They want you to make your own experience and run with it. Okay, so I am running with it, and I'm running with everybody that wants to run because the money is on the table. Okay, so that bonus they gives you every 2 weeks. Okay, the challenge cycle is from the 1st to the 15th of every month, and from the 16th to the end of every month. Okay, 2 challenge period every month. Okay, to become the first level sales master, you need only 700,000 PVs on your personal. When you hear 700,000 PVs, it's not a lot. It's just because of the currency, Korean currency, $1 American equals $1,000 in their money calls 1. Their money calls 1. But 700,000 PVs is like saying 700 PVs, But it's not a lot of money to put yourself at 700,000 PVs, and it's permanent. It's not gonna go nowhere. Okay, as I said before, 2.5. You need total of 2.5 million PVs on your left, 2.5 million PVs on your right during those 2 weeks, and you can become sales master. Okay, so if you have a total of 8 people on your left, 8 people on your right, achieve agent, they qualify themselves as an agent within those 2 weeks, and you have 700, you can add 100,000 PVs on each leg and make it round it off to 2.5 on each leg and become a sales master. Okay, so as a sales master, the rest of the levels is pretty much duplication. Each level you finish to accomplish, you're gonna have to help your partners become the same level as you, and then you're gonna graduate to the next level. Isn't that pretty much, simple? For me, the business is easy. But since once you're dealing with human beings, everybody have to see the vision to take off with you. It takes a little patience to find your winners. All of you can do this, okay? You finish sales master, you're gonna help 2 partners on your left, 2 partners on your right, achieve the same level as you, which is sales master, and then you increase your personal PVs to 1.5, you become a diamond. 2 and 2. Can you find 2 people on your left and on your right within your group to make it to the top? That's how it takes coordination, comprehension, and cooperation. Okay, so as a diamond master, you get 700 bonus, plus, before they used to give you a laptop, now it's $1,000 they give you, so you buy your own, and then they give you products. Sales master, they give you products as well. So now you finish diamond, the second level. What you're gonna do? The same thing. Get your partners to become diamond master. You get 2 diamond on your left, 2 diamond on your right, like you, and you increase your personal PVs to 2.4, and then you're done. You are done with your personal account, okay? So now you were a diamond, you have 2 partners on your left and on your right become diamond, you become Sharon. That's how you take level in this company. Just duplicate yourself. Whatever you are, you help your partners become the same level as you, then you graduate to the next level until you reach the top level. Pretty much simple. Okay, so now Sharon was master. You get $1,600 bonus plus all the matching points that you made for the 2 weeks. Then they give you a trip for $2,000, 5 days, 4 nights. We went to Cancun, Mexico for this trip, and they give you $2,000 bonus cash on top of what you got for Sharon Rose. So as a Sharon was master, what you're gonna do, you work with your partners to become Sharon was masters like you. That's all you do. You duplicate yourself. Okay, Sharon was master, 2 on your left, 2 on your right. You don't need no more personal PVs. You just work with your partners to become Sharon was, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You become Star Master. Star Master, $3,600 bonus. You get another trip for 4 people, and then you get, we went to Hawaii for this Star Master. So I went to Hawaii with my children. Oh my God, that mom was crazy. But when they went to that trip, they said, Mom, you were right. Mom, you can go all the way to the top. We're gonna support you. We are here for you. Okay, so they gave me $10,000 bonus cash. Okay, and all the money that I made during those 2 weeks. Now, as a Star Master, what did I do? As a Star Master, I helped 2 people on my left and on my right achieve Star Masters like me. And then I became Royal Master. Royal Master, I got $10,000 bonus plus all the PVs that I matched during those 2 weeks. Plus they gave me $50,000 bonus cash. Oh my God, I was hysterical when they put all those money on my account. I called my son, I text them, I make a screenshot, and I send it to my children. I said, here, okay? This is the money that Atomy put on my account. And I was hysterical. My daughter said, oh my God, what's wrong with you, mommy? And I said, oh my God, look at the money, the amount of money that they put on my account. $82,000 one time. $82,000. One shot. I never got this type of money when I was, working, but I said, oh my God, this business is real, okay? I got the rental car fee for every month. Then now the trip for the Royal Master, because of the pandemic, we didn't go, but we are going next year. By May, I am going with the other Royal Masters in a cruise in Europe. We're gonna visit 5 different countries, and I'm going with 7 members of my families, including myself. We're gonna be 8 going to that trip, May 2023. Okay, so you're gonna see me there, and I'm gonna send you pictures, definitely. And then also $2,000 credit cards every month. So I'm almost finished, As a Royal Master, when you get 2 Royal Masters on your left, only 2 Royal Masters on your left group, 2 Royal Masters on your right group, you become Crown Master, you get $25,000 bonus plus $300,000 bonus cash. Okay, this car is a brand new car. It's yours. It costs $64,000. and $16,000 trip again, plus $5,000 credit card every month for the rest of your life. So that's the 6th level. The last level, which is the 7th level, is Imperial Master. So you are Crown Master, you're gonna help your partners become Crown Masters too. 2 crowns on your left and on your right, you become Imperial. You get $55,000 bonus cash for those 2 weeks, and then you get $1 million on the stage. I don't know, you wanna check that on the YouTube, you type Atomy Imperial Masters, you're gonna see those ceremonies and where they put the money on the stage for those people. And you get another car, $78,000 car, plus a chauffeur. You don't drive yourself. The company will pay you a chauffeur. They give you an office space. You're gonna have your own secretary that Atomy will pay for you. 10 days, 11 nights, $16,000 trip again, plus $10,000 credit card to help your partners every month for the rest of your life. This is a residual income business, okay? Residual income. Keep coming and coming every Friday. Atomy pays every Friday. Okay, so that's where I stop. So thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure for me to share a little bit about Atomy, about myself, and may God bless you all. And I wish you great success in this company. Okay, thank you, Dr. Edward, for inviting me to share. Thank you.
You very much. Thank you, Florence. That was super. That was fantastic. Now, do anyone have any questions at this time? Anybody have any questions? You can raise your hand if you have any questions. Now, on Sundays, we have mastership training at 8 o'clock on Sundays. And a lot of times, if you get with a person with your upline, you can go into more, let's say, detailed strategies on how to accomplish this. Because right now, before you go, Florence, tell them how many people you have, let's say, in your down group.
I lost count now, so I have to call the company to figure it out. So I probably have like $95,000 people within my organization. But it's all over the world, though. It's not in United States alone, you know.
Right.
So I have in Canada, Mexico, Colombia. I spread my wings. That's all I do, you know. I just share, you know. And duplication. People duplicate me. I don't know most of the people, really. I don't, you know, that's God's blessing. I don't know them. You know, most of them I don't know. I just see God's blessing multiply. You know, I'm just sharing and, you know, be myself. You know, I'm not that special. You know, it's unlimited. It's one ID. You do business around the world, and it's unlimited. That means, you know, if you have 10 million people on your right, 50 million people on your left, you get 100% benefit from everybody that's on in your organization. That's what makes it, you know, very powerful. You can, all of you can make it, you know, because it's unlimited, you know. There's no limitation, just duplication.
Florence,
Yes.
hi. If you had one piece of advice that you can give us, what would it be?
Just be free to share the products. The products is the business. Just be free to share with all your heart, because you're not harming nobody.
Okay.
That's, yeah, just bless people, you know, with
Bless.
And you offer them a free opportunity, you know, a free opportunity. Yeah, for health. You know, everybody brush their teeth, you know, and you know, everybody use what, washing powder. There are basic necessity things that they use every day. That's why Florence have been able to retain because of the basic needs that are there. I did a little diagram and that showed, I hope everybody can see that diagram. You got skincare, dental wear, organic food, all over this house. You can find Adam. A lot of people right now know about that shower head. We're gonna talk about that real soon too. Healthcare support, eco-friendly laundry detergent and dishwashing detergent, excellent quality, and they're concentrated too. Stainless steel cookware, plant-based supplements, hair and body wash. That's why we have a professional esthetician on the Zoom right now, because she knows the quality that it brings to the table. Of Korean products, South Korean products, as far as body wash and hair and skincare. Skincare is off the chain, indeed. All right. If you got any other question after then, get back with the person that invited you to the Zoom, you know, and like our leader said, just share.